Hello there, YouTube. I hadn't planned on returning to the camera quite so soon, and at this point, I wasn't able to get back soon enough. Like everyone else in the galaxy, there are some attitudes I simply cannot deal with, and there are a number of people using Twitter that have crossed a line with me. If those people are watching, you've already read the title of the video, so you know what's coming. If you assume the position now and relax a bit, maybe it won't tear as much going in. On October 16, 2014, a Gawker staff writer, one Sam Biddle, sent a pair of tweets as follows. Ultimately, #Gamergate is reaffirming what we've known to be true for decades. Nerds should be constantly shamed and degraded into submission. You mean the same people that are paying your salary, you half-assed excuse for an escapee from mom's apron strings? The people that through their activity on Gawker's sites keep you in whatever family you may have fed? But of course, you're not done here. Why would you be? Just in case someone didn't understand you the first time, you post a second tweet, bring back bullying. My personal level of disgust for you goes up with every word. This amoral asinine attitude of yours is something that no one needs. What example are you setting for your children, or the social justice warriors out there? Why do you despise the people that pay your bills? Why is your boss blowing this off as a joke, when if someone from Gamergate said something so utterly stupid and devoid of any form of humanity they'd have been reported to Twitter, doxed, and beaten with a 7-47 until they were too stupid to use a keyboard? I guarantee that person would have been fired from whatever job they had, at barest minimum. With extreme prejudice if they had a job like yours. This is not a joke, and the small horde of journos that retweeted, liked, and replied are just as bad. You state that it's your best Twitter day ever. You make a number of other stupid jokes, including one about getting a boner over gamer frustration. This was made worse later by your boss talking to someone else in an email exchange. He openly defends you, and asserts that you're joking. If someone on the Gamergate side said something so completely stupid, every one of you would be on us like white on rice in a glass of milk on a paper plate in a snowstorm. What you're doing here is disingenuous at best. The staff runs around retweeting, rubbing rock salt into fresh wounds, and you're laughing about it. This is inexcusable. A great number of us barely survived high school as it is, myself included, and to say that that sort of thing should be a cultural norm is outrageous. Fast forward 24 hours, and Sam is apologizing on Twitter for his little outburst, after Gawker lost a major advertiser or 6. You expect Gamergate to simply accept, and your advertisers return. No. That won't happen. Even were it not Bully Awareness Month, you don't get to wave the joke card, and get out of sleeping in the bed Biddle made for you. May I remind you that you and your social justice allies sift every tweet we make and tell us we should be ashamed for every one of them. You stalk the websites where we talk, in public, about how we prosecute our campaign to make you see reason and give us a bit of respect, and have some fucking integrity. Gawker has shown through its actions that it has no integrity that doesn't directly connect with its wallet, and therefore shall stand as a major casualty in the war the gaming press started. As Tabby and Ren have already stated clearly, you bit the hands that feed you, and expected things to return to normal. This time, you've taken off the whole arm, and you want us to accept a forced apology from Sam Biddle. I don't think so. Enjoy your do you want a sugar mommy advertising, because that's the best you're going to get for a long time to come. Assuming that this change isn't in fact a death rattle. One of your people made the statement that there are a number of children belonging to the staff, including 2 that are under a year old. You should have been setting an example, rather than blowing off hate speech as jokes. How are they going to feel in a few years when they get beat up for having a home game console and coming to school to talk to their friends about games? What are you going to say to them? Well, kids, Sam over there said that's what should happen, and a bunch of us agreed. Sorry. You're going to have to buck up and take it. I feel sorry for them, I really do. I'm old enough and wise enough to know how and when to stand up and fight. They're not. They won't know what hit them. Some of those critters need new jobs. It can happen. The innocence and wonder of the children can never be replaced. You've reopened a lot of old wounds, and then made new ones, but the blood of every bullied child is now on your hands, oh journalists of Gawker Media. You could have put an end to this within 10 minutes. You could have demanded that Sam apologize on the spot, and although that would still make Sam an asshole, you wouldn't have gotten dragged into it as a company. If your other journos hadn't jumped in to retweet and spread the hate, there's a good chance that few would have noticed. That would have been better in some ways, because the first a number of us would have realized it had happened would have been in your signal that Biddle was wrong. We who use the Gamergate and not your shield hashtags are not happy with you to begin with, and deliberately antagonizing us atop that was Sarkeesian low.